today we're tackling insulation. So let me show you guys what I got. So I'm using 3M thin slit. I got it from Van Life Outfitters. There you go. And I'm putting that up as insulation in my van. I've already started. I mean, I haven't done that much. So I've already done this one panel. I kind of wanted to kind of do this panel just to see how everything works before I try to film myself doing it and messing it up along the way, which I don't care if I make a mistake, but I just wanted to get this one in just to kind of see how everything is sticking, if there's anything I want to share about the adhesion, whatever word that is. Oh my God, that's funny. Anyway, so today we're going to try to tackle some insulation. My goal, I'm going to start from the back. I'm going to work on this area here, this area here. I'm going to work on the doors and try to get that as, get those done today. I'm going to be putting another CRL Lawrence bunk window here. I have one there. So insulation is going to go in there after the window is in. Like after the window's in, I'm going to put the insulation in. But I want to start with the door. Start with these upper areas up here as well. Kind of work my way around here. I'm debating if I want to stuff all of these yet because I need to do my wiring as well. And I'm wondering if I can use some of these channels to run my wires through and then do the insulation, or should I insulate and then run my wires in front of the insulation so there's a barrier of insulation between the outside of the van and the wires. So in between the wires and the van is the insulation. I'm not sure yet, but got to get down there as well. Note to everyone who's doing this, do not insulate down here. This is where water is meant to drain out of the ProMaster. If you don't know, don't fill it with insulation because the insulation will get wet. It's designed that way. But you can insulate here, you can insulate here, insulate all of this area. I'm also going to use this area for running my electrical as well. Anything that I can hide in here, I will hide. But for the most part, I'm going to work on the back of the van and try to get the back of the van insulated, get down in these areas as well. I'm not going to put the insulation here because I'm going to do my 30 amp short plug here. So yeah, so that's it. Just gonna start in this long, lengthy process of insulating the van. All right. Quick update, y'all. So for everyone that's getting ready to do this 3M thin slit insulation, check this out. So when you get to the ribs right here, what I did was I placed a slit literally like right here, which allows me to peel the insulation back around the curve of the van, of that structure piece, so you get that nice snug fit. So far it's looking good. I did the same thing on this rib, that rib, and this rib. So far it's looking good. I think I have the consistency of the 3M 90 spray kind of down packed. The instructions say spray it on the wall, leave it for about 30 seconds, touch it with the back of your hand, and if it's kind of tacky but it doesn't come off on your hand, then you're good to go. So that's what I've been doing. So if you're getting ready to do yours, a little hack right there. Also, when you get to the back door, check this out, y'all. So this area is filled with wires and different things. So what I did was I measured it all the way in here. I know you can't see, but my hand can go in. So it goes up into this area about 5 inches. So measure all the way in there, measure all the way down at the bottom here, Came out to about 23 to 24.5 inches from top to bottom, and about 30 inches from left to right. So just to kind of give you an idea of what size piece of insulation you would need to cut to insulate the top part of your rear door, that's what I did. So I'm going to insulate here. I'm going to insulate this panel, and then down there on the bottom, I removed the cover plate that came with the van. There it is over there. I used one of those prying clips. I got it off Amazon. I'll link that down below. And now that gave me access to the bottom panel of the door. I'm going to kind of fill that with insulation. As you can see, it's filled with wires and all kind of stuff. So it might be a little tricky. You don't need to put any adhesive in this area because this will keep it in place. So you just fill the insulation all the way around here. I'm going to pause on that. This cavity back here is very deep, so you probably may have to put like 2 pieces back to back because you're not going to fill this void with the thickness of it, right? So let's take a look. So the thickness of it is this thick. So even if I put this piece back here, it's like a hole, it's like a lot of space back here. So you can kind of see how much space that is. So I would recommend maybe putting 2 pieces back there, and just put them back to back. Let me show you. So I would just take 2 pieces, maybe put them, you know, back to back like so to kind of make them thicker, or maybe fold it. I'm not sure, just to kind of give it that thickness and kind of fill in the void in this area. But this is the tedious little nook and crannies that you want to fill in. This area is the same thing. Very deep. It's about that deep. So yeah, if anyone has any suggestions or ideas, let me know of how to really fill that. But right now I'm not a professional builder, so I'm just winging it, baby. But so far I like the way it looks. I can feel the temperature difference on this already. Said it's December, right? And this feels warm already. So I am super excited of how warm this is going to feel once I get all the insulation done. And I initially set out thinking I was going to get half the van done today. That's a lie. But I at least want to get the doors done and the back area done today. So I'm going to focus on that. Rock out to my music. I need to take... I didn't record this door, but I've already taken the panel off, filled it with insulation, and put the panel back on. I was putting this piece in. It's a little crooked. The glue has already got it, the stick, the adhesive is already doing its thing, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. And eventually I plan to cover the entire door with wood paneling, so you're not gonna see this anyway. So yeah, not gonna see that part. And then later on, if I decide to add a window, then I can cut that out and still add a window and still be good to go. So I'm gonna take these pieces off now, and I'll show you guys how I'm gonna fill that. To take these off, I'm using a pry tool, and you just get in here. I have a little piece of cardboard container thing to keep the pieces so I don't lose them. And I just get in gently, just get it in between, and then it pops out. Let me show you. And once it pops out like that, you just pull it and it comes right out. And then that's how I'm gonna take update. I have this whole top piece finished right here. As you can see, I made little slits or little like cuts in the insulation so it can fit around the ribs. So this whole section here is done. And on the driver's side, that whole section is done. Both doors are finished, even behind the paneling. Both doors are finished. I think I want to fix this. This one, I mean, I plan to eventually cover this whole thing with a nice wood panel anyway. So for right now, it's fine the way it is. But yeah, I'm gonna try to stuff some stuff behind here, and then do like the top ribs. My goal today is to finish at least this area here, right there, driver's side, this area, that area, that area, that area, and then on the passenger side, this area, this area, this area, this area. So my goal is to finish everything from here in the center of the van back as far as the big panels are concerned. Then I'm gonna go back and do all the little nooks and crannies. And if I still have daylight, I'll do the ceiling. If not, I could save that for tomorrow and then do the ceiling tomorrow and then the front half. So we'll see how much I can get done today. It is currently, what time is it? It is 12:59. The sun sets at about 4:30 our time. So I still have a couple hours. Like I said, my goal, maybe I can get all the big pieces done today and then focus on all the little like nooks and crannies tomorrow. That'd be cool, but that's being ambitious. Yeah, I am enjoying this process. It's time consuming, it's tedious, but it's also kind of therapeutic in a way where you have to like make everything fit. I'm noticing a few areas that I'm gonna wait until tomorrow, and if it does drop, I may need to put a little bit more adhesive, like especially like right here. I know all this is gonna be covered up anyway, but you know, I don't want it to fall because I'm going to be living in my van throughout my build. So my goal currently is to get all the installation done, get my subfloor done, and once I get my subfloor done and all my insulation, I'm actually going to start living in the van while I build it out. So that's going to be quite interesting. I have a portable RB fridge. I have a Anchor Solix 800. I have like necessary things that I can catch the sleep in here. I have an air mattress and stuff like that. So I know there are going to be times when I won't be able to sleep in it. For example, or move it like when I cut in my max air fan, or when I cut in my air conditioning, or even when I put in the window right here behind the driver's seat. I know I have to let it sit for 24 hours, 48 hours before you drive it. So there are going to be days where I won't be able to drive the van, but I'm going to, figure it out. I still have my car. So once the van gets to about maybe 3/4 way complete, I'm going to be getting rid of the car and just solely having the van. So that's the goal. That's the plan. Join me on my journey. I'll pick back up tomorrow. My battery's getting ready to die, so I'll pick back up tomorrow and show you guys what I've done in the morning, and I'll try to knock this out as much as I can before the daylight runs out. But thank you for watching for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, the insulation will have to wait because it started snowing. Excuse the noise, my neighbor has the leaf people working, but look, it started snowing, snow rain mixture kind of thingy majiggy. So have to pause on that because I can't really open the van, can't vent it, and I have insulation in the doors and I don't want to get the insulation wet. So I've done a little bit of a pivot, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up my work area, which is a hot mess. I have Amazon packages everywhere and stuff. So I'm gonna take the time, clean up this area, create a workspace for myself to where I can cut the installation inside the garage, because what I found that trying to cut it all inside the van was taking way too much time. So I'm going to use my work table right here, and I'm going to use that to cut the installation going forward. So today seems like it's going to be a garage clean day, prep my work area, and we'll check back in whenever the rain stops.